Thanks everyone for being here at our workshop, Advancing Connections and Community-Based Practices for Trauma-Informed Care for AAPIs. And so we're going to hand the mic to Dr. Tooru Nemoto and Dr. Jennifer Bouey to give our opening, and I'll let them tell you more about themselves and the project.
I'm Tooru Nemoto. And first of all, thank you very much for coming this workshop. And we call our project Lotus project, and it's a collaboration. It's funded by SAMHSA Youth Mental Health Service Administration, and part of NCTSN, Child National Stress Network. Duena is here representing from SAMHSA. Yeah, and we have been doing a workshop. This is a fifth workshop we have done in Sacramento, addressing mental health or trauma-informed care for Afghan refugees, and then in San Francisco, and then we did in Atlanta, Georgia, and then last year we did in Honolulu, Hawaii. We worked with University of Hawaii professors. Then we addressed particularly mental health issues or trauma, informed care and prevention for Native Hawaiians. And this is a fifth workshop, and we are trying to address kind of political issues, and I think political climate really changed starting this January, and 100 days, but feel like years all this torture and all those stress. And I think this is a good time to talk to other providers, researchers, and we need to unite, and we got to keep providing good service for Asian American communities, Asian immigrant, and particularly immigrant, not only Asians, so much suffering right now. And I got naturalized, but still, many families were stressful, and also our staff or funding cut, and those issues, really creating trauma right now. So we have to really unite and collaborate, and we can keep providing our services to the Asian American and Asian immigrant. And please enjoy the workshop and talk to others.
Nice to well, welcome to Georgetown, and I hope you enjoyed our beautiful setting. This is the alumni house at Georgetown University. I've been a faculty in the university for 20 years, but I always appreciate my time that I can spend vivid time, check out our library and some different rooms. This is a nice setting, and this is a beautiful May day, but I also know it's a very busy, very busy time, and the parking is difficult, and I really appreciate that you take your busy time to come join us. I really want to thanks to the dedicated staff of the Public Health Institute and RANS and Justin from our department who made this setting work for us. Thank you for your help. So my name is Jennifer Bouey. I'm a epidemiologist and now I'm the department chair for global health at Georgetown University. Great to see old friends. I want to highlight Dr. Frankie Wang, who 20 years ago brought me to Georgetown and has been a mentor, supportive mentor, and a role model for me for all these years. And he's now a endowed professor and also the founding director for the Center for Population Science for Health in Empowerment. And in that role, he has continued to bring minority faculties into the care for the community. I want to highlight his contribution. It's my great honored to open this event. This event is for networking and to care for the AAPI communities. And I think it's a really good time to talk about trauma. And we need trauma-informed approach urgently. Ever since COVID-19 started, we see this new wave of anti-Asian, anti-AAPI hate. We remember the days that any Asian-looking people will have to look around when they use the public transportation. We remember the days when our elders in Chinatown cannot go out at night. We remember the days when we worry that our kids will be bullied on the school grounds. So those are not very distant history here. And we, even from our anti-AAPI hate report, we see that many of these harassment, these derogative words associated with AAPI has been normalized over this time. And this is where in Washington, D.C., I have to talk a little bit about the politics. That recently we really see all these the illiberal policies coming back up to this country. And we see that over 151 bills relates to the alien land law that coming back. It was banned by the Supreme Court in the 60s, but now it's coming back. And these are spreading in 32 states, and Congress are considering these laws. And many has been passed in several states. And these laws, they're talking about alien. It's really about immigrants, right? So these laws really ignore the contribution of immigrants coming to this country and their contribution to the U.S. economy and competitiveness. And they encourage this narrative of immigrants as aliens and reinforce this forever alien concept. And it certainly increased the xenophobic rhetoric and the anti-Asian hate and the anti-Asian violence. So these also remind us that we're at a historical moment, that this is not new, this is coming back. This reminds us of the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act. It reminds us of the 1924, the Immigration Act that exclude Asian and Africans to coming to this country. It reminds us of the 1942, the Japanese internment that causing 120,000 Japanese Americans to be in the camp, and many lost their business and their property over that time, right? And coming to the recent China initiatives that really targeting the South side, that affecting many scientists in the universities, and many were profiled because they have Chinese ancestry, even though most of the cases spy has been, dropped, but hundreds of families has been traumatized through this process. And we're talking about the youth panel this afternoon. Our next generation are taking in many of these intergenerational paths of trauma, and many of people here has that type of trauma in them because many of our ancestors coming to this country, avoiding the wars in Asia, and some of them are also the descendants of the railway workers who not only endure lots of hardship, but also endure lots of the racial discrimination afterwards. So these kids are often saying, what can we say? How can we complain when our parents have sacrificed so much for us? And that actually not help them, but really make them silencing themselves. And at the same time, they are burdened this forever foreigner stereotype, and they are silenced by the model minority stereotypes. So this is really the great time to think about trauma and think about how we care, how we work together to care for this society. So with no further ado, I would like to open the session and want to listen to everyone's experience. And we have lots of experts here, from clinical to researcher to advocacy, and we have lots of resources here, and hope we can enjoy the day. Thank you.